welcome to Break Time with Pastor V. It is Friday, and I don't know if that means as much now since a lot of people aren't really working, but I'm sure for those who are, it is a great time for a break. So if you say hello this time, instead of just saying where you're from, what I'd love for you to do is when you say hello, tell us who you are and where you typically worship and the city that it's located in. So I would be like, hi, it's Vince from Zion Temple Community Church in Los Angeles. So go ahead and do that as you sign in today and let us know where you regularly worship. And if you don't regularly worship anywhere, just put a question mark in. Just say, hi, I'm so-and-so from what city, and a question mark. All righty, so say hello and where you normally worship and the city that it's located in. And so also, make sure that you tune in on Monday. We're going to do something a little different, and I think that you are going to be blessed by it, and it should be very exciting. And finally, a reminder, Break Time for Pastor V with Pastor V has a threefold purpose. One, it's to mentally cause us to literally take a break mentally, sort of to readjust where we are, whether it's a work day or just in the middle of our day. And secondly, is to recharge and to receive a blessing. And third, you get a blessing so you can give a blessing. Hello, Debbie, Joyce. Welcome to Break Time with Pastor V. Good to see you all. So as you say hello today, let us know where you worship and the city that it's in. I see Brother Charles from Austin at Wesley UMC. Thank you. And so today, I want to talk just a little bit. Am I the only one out there who's finding it hard in a stay-at-home environment that even though I'm at home or I'm not doing as much, I'm still extremely busy? Anybody else out there? Seems like I always have something to do, and even while I'm doing that thing or those things, I have another 50 things in my mind that I'm trying to sort out, or what's next, or got to get worked on, a whole list of stuff. My wife sometimes says that I have ADD, but she's wrong. But anyway, she feels that way sometimes. But is there anyone else? Someone else says all the time, my cousin Julie, yes, there's always just something, just busy, a lot going on. So, well, today, Break Time with Pastor V is especially designed for people like you and me who are just busy, always something to do. Now, some of you may be familiar with the story of two sisters. It's in Luke chapter 10. We're going to look at verses 38 through 42 real quickly. But it's a story about these two sisters named Mary and Martha. And Jesus went to visit their house. And this is how it reads in Luke 10, 38 through 42. It says, "And Jesus and his disciples were on their way. He came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, 'Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work myself? Tell her to help me.' 'Martha, Martha,' the Lord answered, 'you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary chose what is better, and it will not be taken away from her.'" Now, I can clearly see this story and how it's happening. Martha's invited Jesus to the house. Jesus arrives. Now, Martha's in the kitchen. She's getting everything ready. She's cooking. She's getting the matching plates, the good glass and the good silverware that you don't normally use, the matching serving dishes, everything that you use for that special occasion. Why? Because Jesus is there, right? And so Mary, though, she's in there hanging with Jesus while he's talking to the fellas, and she's sitting at his feet. She's sitting down. Now, if you ever been where you've done something and it's supposed to be you all giving the dinner, and you do the work, and all the other folk do nothing, and so you're running around. That was Martha and Mary, and that was going on. And Martha got pretty peeved off about it. She doing all this work, and Mary's just sitting, She's not standing there, kind of listening. She's sitting down and took a seat front and center, sitting at Jesus' feet, listening to him talk. And Martha's sweating, so she's hot. So she gets to Jesus and she says, hey, you see me doing all this work? Tell Mary to get up and help me. Now check this out. I had a question. What's Martha doing? Is she serving Jesus? Yeah. That's what she's doing. That's her main goal, is to serve him, right? What are some of the ways that we serve the Savior today? Go ahead, you can kind of type them in ways that we serve. And while you're doing this, I'm going to sort of mention a few. We join leadership teams. We usher. We serve him by being in the choir. Some of us serve him by praying with people, teaching Sunday school, volunteering on different committees, driving people to appointments, helping feed the hungry, and the list can go on and on and on and on, right? But Martha, now she's actively serving Jesus, which is what we want to do, but she's missing Jesus. Did you hear that? She's actively serving Jesus, but she's missing Jesus. And while you're coming up with ways to serve him, sometimes I get really busy, and or have you ever had a day like this? You wake up, you kind of wake up late, you got a ton of things to do, so you barely eat, and you get ready for work, you shower, you get in the car, you go to work, or you go wherever you have to do. You have all kinds of events going. For myself, I may have meetings or planning events or writing, and I'll go the whole day and really not have a quiet time. I've just gotten up and kind of prayed on my way, prayed in the car. Well, here's the thing. While Martha was busy, Mary was developing a more intimate relationship with Jesus. And that intimacy, that would help her in the busy times of life. It's kind of like this. Watch this. Here's what I mean. So I believe that even if Martha had said, okay, and just begin to sit down at Jesus' feet, she still would have a million things going through her mind. Ask me how I know. Yep, you got it. Because that's the way I can be sometimes. And if you don't believe me, try it. Try it just for a minute. Just stopping for a minute to clear yourself, to hear from God. And if you're like me, a million things go through your mind. I remember stuff that I have to do. I hear things that I don't normally hear, like cars going by or a bird chirping, and everything that happens. I just can't have a hard time being present at that moment sometimes. Why? Because I'm busy. I got stuff to do. Now, Mary, on the other hand, check this out. She probably could have gotten up to help Martha, but while helping Martha, she would have still been able to rehearse and meditate on the things that she had heard at the feet of Jesus. You see that? Both are serving, but one is missing him by being so busy with all the active things of working for God, but not really allowing God to work for us. And so we can get so busy in our daily lives on the grind that we miss the intimacy, where Mary, on the other hand, was having the intimate relationship with him that would sustain her in the busy times or in the busy seasons. So let's take this story and begin practicing it. I'm privileged to have a wife who loves the Lord, and I hope she doesn't get mad I share this. Sometimes I'll come downstairs and she's on her knees, and something happened, and I said, oh, so-and-so called, or you were praying or something, I forget. So I didn't disturb her. And she goes, oh, I'm not praying. I'm listening. Yeah. She stops and just listens. Listens and gives the Lord a chance to speak. wow, that's amazing. And I want you to just try it for just a minute. I started that, and when I first started, I couldn't go a full minute with bringing myself into the present and just listening and concentrating on the things of God. And it'll begin to grow from there. So try it today, even for a minute. I'm going to leave you with this quote by a guy. His name is Peter Scarzaro. And he has a wonderful book and a workbook. And it's called Emotionally Healthy Spirituality. And he has this daily devotion called Day by Day. And speaking of the same story, he says, listen, our goal is to love God with our whole being, to be consistently conscious of God through our daily life, whether we are stopped like Mary, sitting at the feet of Jesus, or active like Martha, taking care of the task of life. So our goal is to love God with our whole being, to be consistently conscious of God through our daily life, whether we're stopped like Mary, sitting at the feet of Jesus, or even active like Martha, taking care of the task of life from there. Now, I think personally that the whole COVID-19 thing has been a blessing in disguise for me, because it's allowed me to spend more time and to slow down, spend more time with Him. And so I wanted to say, bless you, have a great weekend, and encourage somebody, share this with someone, encourage them to join Pastor V at 12 noon, or 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., and to be a blessing to other people as well. Again, if you need prayer, just throw up the hand emoji. If you're in the Southern California area and you need or know someone who needs food, just type in food in the comments section, and we will be a blessing to them. Alrighty, and just keep sharing the faith, stay strong, or actually just be. And when you're weak, know that God is strong. We're going to be all right. We're all in this together. All right, blessings to you, and thanks again for coming to Break Time with Pastor V. Love you. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. No, I'll see you Sunday. Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Tune in. Zion Temple, our church, will be on live. Pray with our worship service. See you then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.